So you have a bunch of tools at your disposal. So you can clean up the image, you can remove objects, people, or anything you want. You can remove the background, you can relight it and select like a different source of light around the subject. You can upscale the image, you can use stable diffusion to generate some other parts in your image. You can replace the background, you can remove some text on your picture, look at how good it seems to be, and then you can reimagine the decoration of your apartment. So we'll try some of those different tools and I'll show you in a second how it works. Now, keep in mind that some of those tools exist on their own. So for example, the cleanup tool exists on this cleanup.pictures website on its own. And the pricing model is different then because just the cleanup tool in itself is $3. The total suite is $7 a month. So depending on your need, it might be nice to just use some of the tools that you need instead of taking the whole subscriptions, but I'll talk about the price in a bit. All right, so a friend of mine sent me a picture from his trip in Chicago, and the picture is pretty bad, honestly. And so he asked me to, do some improvement. And so that's what we're gonna try to do, and we are starting with the cleanup tool. So let's drop in the picture. This is the one, and let's see what we can do. Here they are. It's a group of 4 friends, and these guys here and here are not supposed to be part of the picture, but unfortunately they are here. Right away, what we can do, we can just change the brush size here to be a bit more accurate. The advantage with these kind of tools is that you don't need to be extremely accurate like you would in Photoshop, for example. So let me select this guy and try to remove him. All right, here. All right, so we selected the person that we want to remove, and then we are going to click, what's that, high quality? High quality mode takes a little more time to reprocess your image for a better result. Well, I'm going to activate this. Let's see what that does. Okay, so perfect. Look at how smoothless it is. The person is gone, and it's impossible to say that there was a person before. So this is quite amazing. Now, something a bit harder is this person in the background because there's the arm in front of him. So let's see what we can do here. And I might need to, reduce the brush size a bit to try to be a little more accurate here. Let me try not to mess up here with the arm, which is the hardest part. And just going around like this. Going around and messing it up a little bit, but hopefully the tool can correct that. All right, let's contour. All right, let's zoom in a bit here. Is it fine? All right, let's see. Let's clean it. This is pretty good. I mean, come on, look at this. Like, this is entirely gone. Now the only problem is the car here. We can see that something is kind of weird here. So we'll see later on if we can fix it, if they have a tool to fix it. Because if you take Canva, for example, in Canva, you can fix those kind of issues. You can select it and put a prompt and you regenerate something there. But good enough for now. We remove the people in the background, so the photo is a bit cleaner. And yeah, so now we can download it. We can download this new version and we can try to upscale it using the next tool. So now I'm gonna use this upscaler to make the image a better quality. I dropped the image that we just created, or we just removed the people from, and I'm gonna say, what is it, detail, smooth? Let's try smooth, and let's do a times 8 for the upscale. See how good it becomes. Oh, 6,000 by 6,000, that is definitely too much. But let's see what it comes up with. All right, so I have the image that we upscaled on the left side now on the screen, and the image that was kind of the original image on the right side. Now let's zoom in maybe on that person, see how better or not it is. We kind of have the same type of zoom in. Look at the image, how different it is. All right, so now it's not completely the face of the person. You can see that it was sort of like modified with artificial intelligence, but it is pretty good. And so when you unzoom it, you don't see that difference, and the image is extra crisp and you can tell that it is a better quality. So unfortunately, they don't have that tool to allow you to modify the part that are a bit off after removing the people or the object from the image. And in this case, the SUV is a bit off, and I would like to change it and make it better, but you would need to use another tool for that. They don't have it here in this suite. Now, let's try to replace the background and see what kind of other image we can get out of it. I'm importing the upscaled image, and then we're gonna try to change that background. So right away here, you can see that the removing the background tool is not good. It just removed the sky, but it didn't remove anything around it. And if you try this in Canva, and I just did earlier, the Canva tool is much more powerful. So this is a bit disappointing because removing the background, I feel, is like one that is very useful to have in your toolbox. So instead, let's try one of their example, which is the car here. Let's see what we can do with it. So professional picture in beautiful landscape, a professional picture with a car on a street in New York City. Let's try that, what he comes up with. Wow. Wow, this is pretty cool, honestly. Look at this. This is good. This is really good. And I like this. That's a shame the removing the background feature is not working so well, because this changing the background thing is very good. Look at these photos, how amazing they are. This is really cool. What's the pricing for this tool? Well, you have a free version that allows you to do quite a lot, actually. I'm surprised. With the free version, you are able to make any changes up to 1024 by 1024, which is honestly pretty good. So weirdly enough, they say that you can clean up the pictures up to 1024 here, but when you go on the particular website for cleaning up the images, the free version is limited to a 720p. So I'm not sure if you are limited in the number of images maybe that you can change. Doesn't look like it from the way I see it, but you would need to try it. And then you have the pro version, which is what I'm using right now, and it's $7 a month. So it gives you access to all those different tools. And with the mobile version as well, they have a great mobile version, and this is pretty fun to use. All right, time for a score. What's the score for this Clipdrop tool suite? I gave it for the accuracy of 7.5 just because you cannot change, like once you remove an object from the image, this is very accurate. This is one of the most accurate tool I've used for that feature, but then you don't have this ability to change later on the image and to regenerate some other parts. And also the removing the background feature this one is not accurate. This one is not working so well. So this is why I just gave it a 7.5. Now the interface is a 9 because it's very easy to use, very nice, not a lot of features. You are not overwhelmed, and it's very intuitive. The platforms is a 10 because they have this mobile app that is absolutely awesome, better than the website, to be honest. And you know, you would use the mobile app more often, I guess, than the website, because, you know, taking photos with your camera and then you want to post on social media. So it makes sense to just change the photo on your phone before sending it on your profile. The time saved is a 9 because even though those tools are not perfect, they still help you so much, right? Removing any object or people from your photo, or upscaling the photos, or changing the background, you can just do that in a couple of clicks, which is absolutely fantastic and saves a tremendous amount of time for people who don't know how to use Photoshop, like me, for example. The ease of use is a 10. You saw it. We modified the photo in like a few clicks and 10 seconds if I wanted to. So this is super cool. Value is an 8 because you get so much out of this suite. Even though it's not perfect, it still helps you tremendously to change your pictures and make them perfect. So total score is 53.5. It's our highest score so far. So that shows you how useful this tool is, and I hope it will make it into your toolbox. Please let me know in the comments if you like that review, if you wanted to see more. I didn't mention the remodeling feature, but I tried it and honestly, it's not that good in the sense that it proposes very similar pictures, but doesn't help you so much to remodel your environment, your room or whatever. So it's not really worth it in my opinion. But there you go. That was Clipdrop. Give it a shot.